Hi students, let us continue with the chapter 12 Proportion. We had completed exercise 12a in our previous class. So now let me start with a new topic, continued proportion. So what is continued proportion? Three terms A, B and C, all of the same type, that means same type and same unit, are said to be in continued proportion if A is to B equals to B is to C. In this case we have only three terms, that is A, B and C. So they are said to be in continued proportion if A is to B equal to B is to C. Here the repeating term is B. So what happens to B? B is repeated, right? Repeating term is B and B is called as the mean proportional. B is the repeating term and it's called as the mean proportional between which terms? A and C. A is the first term and C is the third term. Okay. And C is the third term and C is called as the third proportional. So if it is a continued proportion, what do you understand? A, B and C will be there, three terms with the same type and the same unit, and B is repeated twice, so B is called as the mean proportional between A and C is the third term and C is called as the third proportional. So how do we represent it? Okay, we have A is to B is equal to B is to C. So A by B equal to B by C. That is equal to, so before that, how do we do it? If it's a proportion, we have to multiply like this, right? B into B is B square equal to A into C is AC. So B is equal to, its square is there. When I take it this side, it will become root of AC. Okay. So now let us do exercise 12b. So doing some problems, the topic will be more clear to you. Okay. Let us start with exercise 12b. Coming to the first question. If x, y and z are in continued proportion, then which of the following is true? So let us see. They have given, let me write all the four options given. X is to y is equal to x is to z. X is to x is equal to z is to y. X is to y equal to y is to z. Y is to x equal to y is to z. So this is in page number 112 and 13. Okay. So this exercise is in 113. Page number 113. Okay. Now tell me which of this following is true. What was the conditions we learned? A, B, C. So it is, you can consider y as B, x as A, and z as C. So y is the middle term, right? Y should be the middle term, that is the mean proportional. So which of this equation we have like that? Here we have x is to y and x is to z. That's not true. X is to x and no. X is to y and y is to z. So here you are getting correctly, right? So this is the mean proportion and this is the third proportional. So this is correct. Again here it is wrong. So only x is to y equal to y is to z is in continued proportion. Okay. Now let me do some more problems based on it. Coming to the second main. Which of the following numbers are in continued proportion? 3, 6 and 15. So let us check whether it's in continued proportion. If it's continued proportion, what will be the condition? 3 is to 6 should be equal to 6 is to 15, right? 3 is to 6 should be equal to, A is to B equal to B is to C. So 3 is to 6 equal to 6 is to 15. So how do we check whether it's in proportion? Do this way. Product of the means should be equal to the product of the extremes. So 6 are, so we should get like this, 6 into 6 should be equal to 3 into 15. Only then we can tell it is in proportion. 6 are 36, 3 15s are 45. Are they equal? No. So the answer here is no, they are not in continued proportion. Now coming to the next one. Second sub question. 15, 45 and 48. 15 is to 45 equal to 45 is to 48. (45 into 45 should be equal to 15 into 48. Again, 45 into 45. 5 5s are 25. 5 4s are 20. 225 into 22. 5 4 4s are 16. 18. 5 2 0 1. So you get the answer as 2025 equal to 48 into 15. 5 8s are 40. 5 4s are 20, 24 into 48. 0, 2, 1, 7. So you're getting here it as 720. Again, your answer is no. Now coming to the next question. Third sub question. 6, 12 and 24. 6 is to 12 equal to 12 is to 24. 6 into 24 equal to 12 into 12. So again 24 into 6. 6 4s are 24. 2 balance. 6 2s are 12. 14. 144 equal to 12 into 12. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2. 12. 4 4 1. 144. So your answer is S. So this third question is in proportional. So you got it correctly. Product of the means is equal to product of the extremes. Okay. Now the fourth sub question you can do it as a homework. Okay. Fourth sub question you can do it as a homework. It is similar. So just check whether it is a proportional or not. Okay. Please do it. Now coming to the third main. What is given in the third main? Find the mean proportional between 3 and 27. 3 and 27. So let the mean proportional be x. So if x is the mean proportion, how can we write it between these two terms? We can write it as 3 is to x will be equal to x is to 27. 3 is to x will be equal to x is to 27. So product of the extreme will be equal to product of the means. So what do we get? X into x is x square equal to 3 into 27. So what is 27 into 3? 3 7s are 21, 2 balance, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 81. So x square is equal to 81. So x is equal to root of 81, right? A square is here, so how do you take root? So how do we find out the root? I'll teach you now. Root of 81 you can divide it like this. 81 divided by, what is the least number you can divide 81? You cannot divide it by 2 because it's not a even number. So try with 3. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 it is divisible. 3. 3 goes 2. 2 balance, right? 21. 7 times 27. Again divided by 3. Again dividing 27 by 3. What do you get? 9 3 is 27. Again divided by 3. you get the answer as 3. So 3, 1. So this 81 you can split it as what? Like you do the LCM, same way you are doing the short division method. Okay. 81 you can divide it as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now in order to find out the root, what do? You need to pair them like this. Okay. 2 each. So 2 same numbers should be paired like this. So here you have all the 4 same numbers. So I am pairing 3 into 3 and 3 into 3. So what I get? Now what I should do is from each of this pair, I should take out one number. So what I get? 3 into, from here also 1 3. 3 into 3. So your answer is 9. So x is equal to 9. Is it clear? So first thing, in order to take the root, you need to do the short division method with all the prime numbers you are doing. Okay. So you get the shortest prime numbers, you divide it. Then whatever answer you are getting here, you can split and write it like this. Then pair each two numbers, that is same number should be paired. So two numbers you are pairing. From each of that set, you will take one number out. So you will get the answer like this. Okay. So let me do one more question from this main, so the topic will be more clear to you. Second sub question, 0.06 and 0.96. So how do I take it? Let mean proportional be x. 0.06 is to x equal to x is to 0.96. So how do you take it? X square equal to 0.96 into 0.06. 96 into 6. 6 6 are 36. 6 9s are 54 plus 3 57. 576. 1 2 3 4. So you get it as x square equal to this. So what do you get? X equal to root of 0.05676. So again 576, I can find the root like this. Divide it by 2. 2 will go in 5 2 times 1. In 17, 8 times 1, 8. 2s are 1 4 4. 2s are 7 2. 2s are 36. 2s are 18. 2s are 9. 3s are 3 1. So you can write 576 as, let me take points, we'll put later. You can write 576 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. You have 6 2's here. Into 3 into 3. Group them. So from each pair you need to take one number out. Understood? So here 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So 2 2's are 4. 4 2's are 8. 8 3's are 24. Now we just check. This root after how many numbers is the point? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So when you take the root, you need only half of it. Okay. Decimal you have learned last year. So I can take it as 0.24 will be our answer. Okay. Clear? Please go through the example questions from your textbook also, so you'll get more clarification on the topic. So please write till exercise 12b, third question in your classwork. Thank you, students.